Well, first let's address the main problem in here, which people get stuck in, and that is the DLC. And depending on which one you have selected from the drop-down menu in here, you should have the game built on your server side on the configuration file. So if you have, like me, MP 2023 underscore 01, your game build should be 2944. Um, and let's assume that you want to, let's say, you want to replace or remove every single one of those props, right? So click on project window, select one of the, I don't know what the hell happened. Um, Select one of the props that you want to mass replace and find the name of it, and then find the so we want to replace every single one of those road poles on the airport. If you do not know how Rockstar organizes files, you will see that there is a pattern on the way they do that, and that will simplify your work, as in you can export to XML a fuck ton of files and do a mass search and replace in all those files and affect a whole area without having to go one by one and do it by hand. So to exemplify what I mean by that is to add to project. So I selected selected the road pole, add to project, and I now have the name of the YMAP, which is HEAI underscore AP1 underscore 01 underscore A underscore STM underscore 8. Uh, that's just the way they do that stuff, and we'll find the file. Now, you can right click the file and select open file location, and most likely you will see everything that relates to the airport. Almost everything that relates to the airport, as in YMAP, is going to be on that folder. But we're not going to be doing that. We're going to be go even wider than what the RPF exporter shows us in one folder. So we're going to be searching for HEI underscore AP1. Actually, just AP, and press enter. Then you go sort by type, and you should where you see map data right here, you should start at the top one, scroll down until the all the Y maps, the list of Y maps ends. So it looks like there is going to be 75 selected. Extract, export to XML. Find the location somewhere, and that is done. We should have all the Y maps in here. Also, we're going to be searching for AP, but without the HEI underscore. It's going to be a whole lot more. It's going to be almost 30,000. But that's the total, it's not just the Y maps. So we also, we again sorted by type. and trying to find the YMAP only. Dictionary, cutscene, drawable. Map data. Uh, so we got that going. We are at the top of the list that we're interested in, AP1 underscore, and we selected first on the list, and we'll go down. But we will only be selecting the A, B, APA. We want to stop at AP1 underscore. So the last one is gonna be AP1 underscore OCCL underscore 01. OCCL means occlusion, so we're not gonna be altering the occlusions, but for now it's just gonna make it easier for us to export everything. So 85 files, export XML. And we have a total of 160 YMAPs. Next thing you want to do is to have a capable text editor that has a way of searching and replacing certain words, and just drag and drop the XML files into your Notepad++. I'm going to be using for this example. And let's take the name of the prop that we want to search and replace. Control C, press Control F to open the search, Control V. Let's see how many do we have in here. Count. Okay, one other thing that will simplify the process is to have a tool to tell you which file has the search word that you want. So just ignore this for a second. Press Control Shift W, close all the files. And for now, we're only going to be modifying the files that actually have the search term that we're interested in. This is also a free program. It's called Search My Files, and you can get it from nursoft.net. I don't know if that's the right pronunciation. So we're going to be searching for prop underscore road poll underscore 01A. And we're going to be searching on the directory where we save the XMLs. So file contains text, Control V, files wildcard, just put asterisk.xml and search. Looks like we only have 16 files that have that prop on. So we're going to be, from the search results, we're going to be drag and dropping from that into Notepad++. Press Control F. We already have the search term into the search field. On this particular file, it's been found 7 times. We can just switch to something else. 7, 23, 22, 15. So now we know that we got the right files. You go um, find in files, find what, and we're gonna be searching replace with something else. If you do not have a way of, if you do not know exactly what to replace it with, just you know what, Christmas gift. I'm gonna be giving you something to troll your players on your server. And we're gonna be taking this prop name and we're gonna replacing all the boat poles with dildo, and make sure this is a normal, and that's pretty much all you do in here. And then replace in files right here. So find replace on the replace tab, find what does the boat pole replace with our dildo in here, and replace all in all open documents. So we had 230 and we kind of done. Click the icon that says save all, and press shift control W, close all. And from, let's move those files different place because that's the only thing we're gonna be streaming. So on the search term, on the searcher, press Control X to cut the files. We're gonna be creating a new file. Resources, teaching, stream. We're just gonna name it dildos. And from that folder, go to where you have an RPF. An RPF on the mods folder on the GTA5 directory. Have an RPF type of archive ready, and all the files that you modified, 16 of them, drag and drop from where you have them into the RPF file, and then back into, we're done with this, delete, and we're gonna be drag and dropping from the RPF Explorer into the stream folder, into the dildos folder right here. Now if you, let's try anything in here. Open a file, search for that. Now you can see everything, it's been replaced. Let's start the server and go to the airport and see the beauty of what we have done. Restart, confirm. All these files already have a manifest file. You do not have to do anything other than having the Y maps in here. All right, looks like we are up, and start your 5M client. We're already at the airport. All right. As you can see, what's on the ground, man? So that's a good way to troll your players if you want to. Also, the same technique you can use to replace all the car spawners using the Y maps instead of using natives or clients or scripts on 5M. Um, Probably asking how far can I take this? Can I use the same technique to actually do anything I want? And the answer is yes. The reason we use search and replace and not remove is because every single one of those is has because it's a HD. Most likely, it's gonna have a a lot, right? And every single one of them is gonna be linked in a way uh, to the HD. And if it's linked to the HD, if it's missing, that means it's gonna break the hierarchy, and that's when you have issues, as in breaking you have bad textures and low quality and all that stuff. If you search and replace, it's a safer way to test if you're gonna break it or not. And you don't have to use the dildo. You can use pretty much you can use something that is very a lot smaller than the dildo, or has no geometry at all. It's like a placeholder, and there is nothing for the player to see, right? And there is a lot of those placeholders in the game uh, that work. There is nothing for the player to see. And to exemplify it, how far can you take it? I'm just gonna demonstrate to you. We don't need the details anymore. What I've done, and I'm gonna be enabling the empty map that I have, and I use the same technique to actually remove the city completely. Let me restart the server. Now, if you want to know exactly what does it take to actually to accomplish that kind of shit, 27,000 files. You need to get all the Y maps and do the same thing on set, plus the collision, plus nav meshes, plus paths and all that stuff. So it's about 28,000 files that you need to replace to empty the city. And allow me another 3 minutes of your time. Yep, probably you noticed the loading time is a lot longer than the regular loading time, mainly because it has to load every single collision that I modified to make the CD look empty. So it's about 40%, 50% loading time increase from default loading time. But I say it's worth it, and you'll see why. This is like the Matrix. I emptied the city. And let's go to waypoints, coordinate 0, 0, 2. That's what it looks like. These are the drawables that I have on a different that are scripted. And I have scripted different things to that the player has to find to do for the cars that they be driving. So it's a lot of fun. You can have a completely the playable area is a lot bigger than what you can play on the game itself. And by that I mean playable area. I mean all this space in here it's not available to the player to play because it's just water in game. The same with this area in here, and the same with all this area in here and in here. If you remember, Cayo Perico is right here somewhere. But the game, it cannot, unless there's something in here. Let's say I want to go there, right? Whoopsie. Looks like I teleported way too far. So if you look right here, I'm at 8,000 and minus 4,000. You that area, that whole area, it's playable in the game. You just cannot get there without having something to spawn on. It's just water. See you on the next one.